Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked at the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of the bed. He got out of the bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours taking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate or which reality star will play you in a movie. But how well do you really know our personality? Is a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world makes life better. We teamed up with Merrick Rosenberg and expert on the disc. Personality takes a 19-year-old system for figuring out your personality type to bring you a quiz that actively benefits your day-to-day one. You learn your hour type. You understand activity. What makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type pay out in everything you do. Say Rosenberg, learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what energizes you. Ready to improve your life? Take our quiz to get started.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours taking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate or reality star would play you in a movie. But how well do you really know your personality? It's a question scientists were arguing long before perfect quizzes were a thing because understand who you are and how you interact with the world make life better. We teamed up with Malik Rosenberg, an expert on this personality test, a 19 years old system for figuring out your personality type to bring you a quiz that entirely benefits you day to day. When you learn your outside, you understand actually what makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type pay out in everything you do, said Rosenberg. Learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what energizes you. Ready to impart your life? Take our quiz to get started.
Hello, my name is Kanika Somhakti. I'm Mathayom T/6 number 7. Today we talk about the sneeze. The sneeze. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the loss of air when they sneeze. It's not polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out. Though the nose, in a sneeze, air leaves the nose, which gets speech and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in.
The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's too diseasing. Can spread germs to other people. But even covering your nose with a handkerchief can stop that germs are so tiny that they go through the coast. Thank you.
The sneeze. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what more jarring I thought. In fact, most people trying to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's a polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. And a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into sinus and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking. Thank you.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours talking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate, or which reality star would play you in the movie. But how well do you really know your own personality is a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing, because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world makes life better. We team up with Marek Rosenberg, an expert on the DISC personality test, a 90-year-old system for figuring out your personality type to blink your quest that will actually benefit you day to day. Once you learn your own type, you will understand exactly what makes you so unique and awesome, and you will be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type plays out in everything you do, said Rosenberg. Learning your style will lead you to what you're enjoying and what engages you. Ready to import your life? Take out quiz to get started. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what more children are taught. In fact, more people try to hold back the loss of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germ can infect the eardrum. It's true that sneezing can split germ to other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
Could spend hours taking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate or which reality star would you play in a movie. But how well do you really know your own personality is a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing, because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world makes life better. We team up with Mark Roseberry, an expert on the DICE personality test, and a 90-year-old system for figuring out your personality type to bring you a quiz that actually benefit you day to day. Once you learn your own type, you'll understand exactly what makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how better interact with others. Your personality type plays out in everything you do, heard Robert. Learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what organizes you.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
You could spend hours taking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate or which reality star would play you in a movie. But how well do you really know your own personality is a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing, because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world makes life better. We teamed up with Merrick Rosenberg, an expert on the DISC personality test a 90-year-old system for figuring out your personality type to bring you a quiz that actually benefits your day-to-day as you learn your own type, you understand exactly what makes you so unique and wisdom, and you're able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type pays out in everything you do, says Rosenberg. Learning your style will raise you to what you enjoy and what energizes. Let's deep to improve your life. Take our quiz to get started.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out of the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Sneeze. Cover your mouth when the sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the people thing to do, but it is not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out of the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it is dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ear. The germ can infect the alveolum. It is to the sneezing can spread germs to all other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go to clothes.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinus and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours taking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate, or which reality star would play in a movie. But how well do you really know your own personality? Is a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing, because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world make life better. We team up with Marie Rosenberg, an expert on the DISC personality test, a 90-year-old system for figuring out your personality type, to bring you a quiz that actually benefit you day to day. Once you learn your own type, you understand exactly what makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type play out in everything you do, says Rosenberg. Learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what energizes you. Ready to improve your life? Take our quiz to get started.
Barking dog. Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked off the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened its window. He looked at the barking dog. "Why are you barking so loud?" he asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to flush something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to flush germs out too. The nose in a sneeze air leaves the nose with great spread and flows. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be flushed out into the sinuses and ears. The germs can inflate the eardrum. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people. But even covering your nose with a handkerchief can stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
The sneeze. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germs can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with the handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
สวัสดีค่ะ ดิฉันเด็กหญิงสุภาพวงศ์นิ่มเลขที่ 30 ค่ะ Barking dog Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking at his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked at the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking. ขอบคุณค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ สุชิราพร โพแก้วที่114 Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walking to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very low. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard the dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dogs barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dogs. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
Bobby woke up because he heard a dog. He heard a dog barking outside his window. Bobby woke up when he heard the dog barking. Bobby got out of bed. He got out of bed and walked to the window. He looked out the window. He saw a big brown dog. It was barking very loud. Bobby opened his window. He looked at the barking dog. Why are you barking so loud? He asked the dog. The dog looked at Bobby. Then it stopped barking.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours taking pieces to find out which Disney villain is you so much, or which reality star would play you in the movie. But how well do you really know your own personality is the question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed. Questions were a thing because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world make life better. We team up with Merrick Rosenberg, an expert on the dish, personality test a 19-year-old student for figuring out your personality type to bring your quest. That's all actually benefits you day to day. Once you learn your own type, you'll understand actually what makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type pays out in everything you do, says Rosenberg. Learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what energizes you. Ready to improve your life? Take our quiz to get started.
How well do you know you? You could spend hours checking quizzes to find out which Disney villain is your soulmate or which reality star would play you in a movie. But how well do you really know your own personality? It's a question scientists were asking long before BuzzFeed quizzes were a thing, because understanding who you are and how you interact with the world makes life better. We teamed up with Maurice Rosenberg, an expert on this personality test, a 90-year-old system for figuring out your personality type to bring you a quiz that all actually benefits you day to day. Once you learn your own type, you'll understand actually what makes you so unique and awesome, and you'll be able to figure out how to better interact with others. Your personality type plays out in everything you do, said Rosenberg. Learning your style will lead you to what you enjoy and what energizes you. Ready to improve your life? Take our quiz to get started.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze. The air will be forced out into the sinuses and ears. The germ can infect the eardrums. It through that sneezing can spread germs to other people. But even covering your nose with a handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.
Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's what most children are taught. In fact, most people try to hold back the rush of air when they sneeze. It's the polite thing to do, but it's not the safe thing to do. A sneeze means the body is trying to force something harmful out. If you have a cold, your body is trying to force germs out through the nose. In a sneeze, air leaves the nose with great speed and force. That's why it's dangerous to hold a sneeze in. The air will be forced out into sinuses and ear. The germ can infect the eardrums. It's true that sneezing can spread germs to other people, but even covering your nose with handkerchief can't stop that. Germs are so tiny that they go through the clothes.